Today was a very interesting day, topped off with some fascinating classes at Orange. So welcome and I hope you enjoy watching. First, let me just quickly polish off a healthy breakfast. We start this beautiful day with a visit to the university. We are gathering here on Wednesday in a modest group of 1 to 4 people max for applied probability. This is not an easy subject for me. Fortunately, the lady who runs this class is simply awesome. She is very supportive of students. There is a quick 10-minute break during the class, so it's the perfect time to run down to the shop for an energy drink. And while I'm at it, to check website for the pool schedule, because they post the lane availability for each day and hour on their website. The pool itself is located next to one of the dorms, right by Riwiera. It's just a regular, standard 25-meter pool. By the way, you can use the sauna there after 3 p.m, but I'm finishing much earlier today. If you are wondering how professionals create electronics without chaos and with maximum collaboration, the answer is Altium Develop. Imagine an environment where you eliminate the problem of manually emailing files to others, such as mechanical engineer for PCB verification, and start working in real time in one cloud. Altium Develop is an advanced professional central hub that integrates the PCB design tool with the broader ecosystem. With it, you can forget about the frustration and delays that come from constantly losing context and having to manually track corrections. I can't even remember the last time I went swimming. I think it was at the lake last summer, but that was more of a dip than actual swimming. Well, it's time for a quick workout. I started off easy with a few laps of breaststroke, but really taking it easy. For a 1/8 triathlon, you have to swim 500 meters, which equals 20 laps, so by around the beginning of July, I want to be able to swim that distance without stopping once, but doing the front crawl, not breaststroke. So I practiced my front crawl a bit today too. And since there were kickboards and pool buoys near me, I used them for a few laps to practice either my arms or just my legs. It's finally time to change, dry off and put on the shoes. Here you can actually have to hand them over the cloakroom in a sports bag. And with a peaceful walk through Pole Mokotowskie, I'm heading back to my place to do some more remote work. But since work isn't going anywhere, I stopped by the water for a moment to enjoy nature and eat my second breakfast. Time to head back to Alcatraz. The name Alcatraz didn't come out of nowhere, because, well, see for yourself what it looks like. Now I'll be working remotely until the afternoon. I'm starting a new internship. Right now we are finishing the onboarding and training period for the system we'll be working on, and we are slowly getting some individual tasks. Slowly but surely, the date for my motorcycle's technical inspection is approaching. Generally, I don't know much about bikes or cars, but I noticed a few things were off, and I'd like to fix them myself to learn something new. First things first, let's see if it even starts at all. The first thing to fix is the high beam button, because you can turn them on, but the button doesn't always click back out. Alright, so first I unscrewed it, and inside there was this white switch that was pretty dirty. So I cleaned it, looped it, put it back together, and lo and behold, perfection. The brake fluid reservoir was only about half full, so I topped it up. There was also an issue with the speedometer, because there were times when it wouldn't show the speed at all. So I unscrewed a few components here and tried to look for what might be causing it. I didn't think the speedometer itself was broken, because sometimes it did display the speed correctly, matching what my phones showed. And sure enough, it turned out that the speedometer cable wasn't fully tightened. I put everything back together, and it's time for a test ride. No i klas. To wrap up the day, a quick word about what happened during one of our classes. We went as a group to Orange. The workshops were focused on cybersecurity. In the first exercise, we were divided into groups according to corporate structures and discussed the different approaches of these departments to a hacker attack. Afterwards, they showed us some other systems. We also had the chance to try out the VR goggles, which looks pretty hilarious from a third-person perspective.